Bonjour mes amis, c'est moi, Patsy, Unique P, et bienvenue sur ma chaîne pour une autre vidéo. For those of you who are new here, bienvenue fashionista. Here we speak about all things black fashion, lifestyle, travel, et je parle un peu le français. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for, girl? Give your girl a thumbs up, like, share, and bien sûr, subscribe. Aujourd'hui video is a controversial topic, I know, so I'm putting my disclaimer on it. Before I even begin, we are going to be speaking about what is luxury and who determines luxury. So, if this is something you're interested in seeing, get your wine and allons-y. Welcome back, guys. So we're gonna start by defining what is luxury in fashion. And according to Textile Sphere, luxury is a term used to describe clothing and other products made from high quality materials, usually done with care and attention to detail. Luxury fashion products may be created using a wide variety of materials, including silk, leather, fur, or wool. Another piece of information I found on luxury and fashion is luxury fashion has been around since the birth of mass production in the late 19th century. But today, it is defined as products that cost more than $1,000 per unit. Luxury fashion includes designer labels, high-end stores, and exclusive brands. Now let's talk about that for a minute. We have a lot of mass-produced items and fast fashion industry items. Now, we all have shopped from Old Navy, Zara, H&M, Target, lots of these stores where we buy all of these pieces. Now, I can speak from experience because my journey on buying only black has started since October last year. So I am not any big expert, but I've had 9 months experience and this is what I found. Buying from those stores is not luxury. In fact, even some of the big name labels that we consider as luxury items, the Loewe, the Louis Vuitton, Hermes, and all of these stores are making items for little or nothing and selling them to us for 3,000% markup on the products. And that is something that I find very disingenuous of them, to be producing something on a mass-produced line and still calling it luxury fashion. More than that, let's speak about what determines luxury fashion. The term luxury fashion itself suggests exclusivity, high cost, and limited availability, making luxury fashion items highly desirable to a select few who can afford them. Okay, now, these items, we know they are not limited in the quantity. I can better get a limited item produced by a designer who is only making 10, let's say even 20 pieces, to a production of 100 to 200 pieces. Because if I had to count every influencer or even person who desire these products of one item, I can guarantee you that I can find more than 100 of them who are carrying the same purse, wearing the same belt, wearing the same shoe, etc. And I can go to a designer like Sammy B, who may only make 50 of the pieces if she's going to make a lot. Or a designer like Miranda Aski, who is going to make maybe 10 pieces, and the quality is there. They're handmade, so you know that they're made with a specific amount of detail and not in a factory that is just streaming them out by the thousands or the hundreds per second or minute, whatever. You get my point. Let's talk about what race buys the most designer. And this is where I know it's going to get very controversial and I may get some backlash from this. According to a 2008 study, it revealed that blacks spend more money on luxury clothes, cars, jewelry than their white counterparts. Indeed, the study's author found that even though blacks often have fewer means, they spend 28% more of funds on luxury goods. On average, blacks will outspend whites by $1,900. Now, we are the same race that are complaining that we are not seen, that we are not heard. But we have all of these wonderful, talented black designers who are doing big things. I'm speaking about Sergio Hudson, Andrea Iyama, Hanifa, Miranda Aski, Honore. I can call thousands of names on the North American continent, in France, South African fashion designers, Caribbean fashion designers. Faye Noel might be the biggest name that you know, but we have all of this talent in our community, but we don't give them the support that we are giving to the quote-unquote luxury designers of the Chanel, Louis Vuitton, and all of these other names that are just there to take our resources and build their generational wealth while we reduce our generational wealth, especially in 2024, where we are seeing the shift in the world power that is not readily acceptable. Now we'll speak about the work environment of white luxury brands, and I found this from a really credible source, or by Monica, who comes from the working in the luxury fashion industry, and I'm gonna put the link there. But she revealed something that was highlighted in the news, that on an investigation done, lifting up the curtain on luxury, that's the name of the topic of the episode. Chanel claims inflation justifies their outrageous prices, but I'm calling on their bluff. Dior and Armani are on the investigation for allegedly exploiting workers, charging $5,000 for bags that cost less than $60 to make. 300% markup. It's a scandal you won't believe. And the link, like I said, is there for the episode. I've also linked some other news clips from Business of Fashion and Investigation in Fashion for you to see what I'm speaking about in terms of, what we are buying into as far as wanting to be considered as carrying a luxury piece or wearing a luxury item, and it is all a farce. And unfortunately, as in everything else, we Afrocentric people are the ones who are keep buying into these fasts. We buy into what is considered as being elite. We buy into what is considered being acceptable and losing our identity and our craft. And we put our own aside for these persons. And I want to wake us up, myself included. So this is not just for my audience who I love so much. I love you guys. We have grown and we are continuing to grow, and I thank you all for the support. And I would like to have this conversation down in the comments, because I want us to start thinking seriously about where we are spending our hard-earned dollars. Fashion in Row really reveals a lot of these conversations that they have with designers. And Sergio Hudson said it clearly in his interview on Fashion in Color. And the link as well is going to be in the description box for his interview. We need to start supporting our own and make a conscious effort to support our own, and not wait until they have something on sale to say that we are going to buy it. Yes, it's good to buy things on sale. Everybody wants to be frugal with their money. But if you're going to invest in a piece, really invest in that piece. Because if you don't, and you only buy the things when they're on sale, it sends a wrong message to the masses that they cannot sell at the same high price. And the other thing, an item does not need to cost $1,001 for it to be considered as luxury. It is all on what the craftsmanship that goes into that piece takes. Fashion designers don't have a factory, a big factory, to produce their pieces. So they're either producing the pieces on their own, or they have a few tailors who are putting these pieces together, which means that they have more of a watchful eye over what is being produced. Not only that, the price point that they put on it is fair market value price point, depending on the fabric that they have chosen, the cut that they hand cut these pieces, and the work that they have put in it to produce it and put it on the market. You can get Sergio Hudson pieces for over $1,000, depending on the tailoring and if it is made to order, or you could get pieces that are $200-300, all depending on what the item is and what went into that item, as well as Miranda Askey. And I speak from experience knowing her work. I have quite a few pieces from her now, but I have seen her do the work. She gets on the machine and sews the pieces. She cuts the pieces. She designs her jewelry and takes her time to make her jewelry, not a factory or somebody else. She's doing the work herself. So when she prices her pieces for $250 or $500 or even $1,000 on some of her pieces, depending on what is involved in that, we have to pay respect and respect the value of our own work, respect the value of our creativity, respect the value of what we want our people and the rest of the world to look like, because they're not just designing pieces for their own community. They are designing for the entire global community. If you like it and you want it, sure, enjoy it. Wear it with style, wear it with fashion, carry it with class. And that's what it's all about. So guys, I hope this conversation will start another conversation down in the comments. And I would like to thank you guys for spending another beautiful evening with me. And until I see you in the next one, be conscious of where you're spending your money. Be stylish in your pieces that you're buying from our community. And take fashion to the highest level. Have a wonderful week, everybody. À bientôt. Au revoir. À tout à l'heure.